Hi, everybody, and welcome to the second webinar in our Amazon series. This one is called Activate Amazon, Grow Your Store and Your Marketplace Presence. And then you've got myself here. I'm Beth Watson, the head of marketplaces. I've been with TSP Commerce for the last 4.5 years, growing the Amazon and the marketplace offering within the business, and expanding the creative services and brand experience offering that we have, just to help our sellers, get a better multi-channel brand experience, and take advantage of the creative services that Amazon offer, like the store pages and the A+ content. And I also have with me today Lauren. Do you want to give yourself a bit of an intro?
Yeah, of course. Hi, I'm Lauren. I specialize in brand growth across the different marketplaces. I've worked at CSP now for just over a year. It's been a
Mm.
fantastic experience, and I can't wait to grow with the company as we do truly have such an incredible team.
Oh,
Um,
bless you.
I know, everyone is so lovely. Um, just a bit of background, I do have over 7 years experience working in digital marketing, and 5 years of that was working on different marketplaces, such as Amazon and eBay in particular. One of my favorite things about working on marketplaces is working with brands to help get them to that next level, and really seeing them flourish.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much for that intro.
So, just a bit more of an in-depth about what we're going to cover today. We're going to show you how you can take what you've learned to help further grow your performance and generate measurable results. To do this, we're going to be looking at how to effectively leverage sponsored product campaigns and their targeting strategies. We'll also be looking at store page insights and how to use those to build out a more engaging store experience. And finally, dealing with competition and how to deal with the competition on the UK's largest e-commerce platform.
Absolutely. So a bit of an intro here on to what marketplace management is and what it looks like and why it's important, I guess, more than anything else. So more and more shoppers are initiating their searches on marketplaces than on search engines now. So it's really vital for retailers and brands to optimize each aspect of their marketplace presence. For success on the platform, you want to be top of search and front of mind when customers are searching. Especially for those brand agnostic shoppers, you want to really capitalize on that consideration phase and make sure that they're choosing you above your competition. A couple of stats for you. I'm just going to read off the last two because they're the most relevant. So 47% of shoppers in the UK choose Amazon as their number one source of inspiration when shopping online. That's ahead of search engines at 32%. And then mirroring that as well is 48% for shoppers start on Amazon in the UK, and then search engines are 34%. And both of those stats are from the Wunderman Thompson Future Shopper report from last year. So just kind of backs up and goes to show why it is so important to make sure that you are in the right places when people are shopping, because that's where they're starting to look now. Got some more stats for you here as well. So sellers who leverage FBA have seen an uplift of 35% in sales. There are some different ways you can take advantage of that as well. So I'm sure you're all aware of the Seller Fulfilled Prime program as well. You just need to go through a phase of testing and making sure that you have good shipping metrics, and then they should allow you to do Seller Fulfilled Prime if you've got the capacity to do so and you do well at that trial. All that means is that when shoppers are browsing Amazon, they can see the Prime badge next to your products. I'm sure, as you probably most of you here, if you do shop on Amazon, most people just turn on that Prime badge and filter out results in that way. So definitely important to take advantage of that if you can do. Also, partners who or sellers on Amazon who have used sponsored products in a new region for the first time see an average of an 11% increase in ad revenue and a 13% increase in ordered product sales after 6 months compared to those who don't. So, if you only sell in the UK, for example, it's definitely worth thinking about if you want to advertise and sell in other territories as also, just to help you take that next step. Um, Especially with the new Pan EU program as well, after that stopped for a little bit a few years ago. And then Advertisers that listed products deals in a sponsored products campaign observed an average of 17% increase in retail sales. And following on from that, they also saw a 39% higher product page views as well. And that's compared to similar products before the campaign. So it's a like for like look back. So really great argument for using deals there just to get you more visibility and more revenue. And something else which I think is really important and often overlooked on Amazon is, on average, stores that were updated in the past 90 days have a 35% higher ad attributed sales per shopper. And they also have a 21% increase of repeat visitors. So really great for driving that loyalty and making sure that customers are coming back to your brand when shopping on Amazon.
Great. And in our last webinar, we discussed the importance of advertising to help improve your brand presence on Amazon. And whether you've already set up some campaigns or you're just in the planning phase, we have some really useful tips to help ensure you're leveraging sponsored product campaigns in the best way. When first creating campaigns, we advise using automatic campaigns, as this is where you can select the products you want to advertise and the budget, but Amazon will decide when to show your ad based on the most relevant search terms for your product. This method can be quite costly initially, as Amazon will try and get your product out there as much as possible, which can sometimes end up displaying your ad for relevant searches. However, on the other hand, this type of campaign is great for harvesting new keyword data and discovering new search terms that people are using to find your products every day. You can then take this information, start to create more manual campaigns where you can select your own keywords or the keywords that you've harvested from the auto campaigns, select the match type that is best for you, and then you can control more about the spend. But again, that's kind of like using the short-term plan of creating the automatic to spend maybe a little bit more in the first few months in order to gather all that useful data and then be able to expand out and create these manual campaigns, as well as have auto running alongside them, will really put you in the best possible position to boost that visibility. Another tip to get the best results from your sponsored product campaigns is to review your placement performance, such as top of search and product listings. You can find this data in the campaign itself. You then have the option where you can go in and increase the bid by a certain percentage in the placements that you see are converting the most, or you can take a different approach and increase the spend in areas that are converting least and see if this will help give it that boost and hopefully improve that reach for you. Amazon also provides a placement report to kind of give you that overall performance view in one handy spreadsheet. And then next up is a common mistake we tend to see often across the board is advertisers not taking advantage of negative targeting. Added negative keywords into your campaigns can help ensure that your ad doesn't appear for irrelevant searches, which then in turn will help keep the cost down. This is especially important for automatic campaigns that we mentioned previously. It also means that your campaigns will be performing as efficiently as possible, as your ads should only show when your customers using relevant keywords that relate to your product. And then finally, we do recommend building a business as usual approach. This is where customers will use the majority of their budget, for example, 70% of it to generate a lower ACoS, have campaigns to really try and push for conversions, like the standardized ones running throughout on a daily basis, and then use like 30% of your budget to build consideration campaigns such as leveraging sponsored brand and sponsored display ads. Again, these are kind of more experimental campaigns, can be a bit costly initially, but it really will take you to that next level and really improve your visibility across the platform and help you again get ahead of the competition. We've also pulled some statistics from Amazon that states that brands saw a 50% uplift in the number of units ordered within the first year after launching sponsored product campaigns. And there was also on average a 30% uplift in glance views within the first year after launching the campaigns too. So you can see it's really important, getting them campaigns on can really put you in the best possible position to expand your reach and obviously boost revenue over the next few months.
Absolutely. Really important stuff there. So just got a couple of points here on how to navigate the store page insights. So effective store pages, they're not only a great way to build relationships with your customers and showcase your products in a dynamic and engaging way, they're also really interesting for the performance insights that they provide. You can use these insights to make more informed marketing decisions, use that data across channels as well. Lots of really interesting stuff. So for the page insights, make sure to drill down into each page to review the views, clicks, and conversions per store page. For low converting pages, there's a few things you can do, like update the page, add in more creatives, make sure the products are in stock. You can also create brand ads that will link to that page to help increase traffic as well. Just making sure that it stays fresh and engaging for the customer is always likely to increase the conversion rate as well. And then looking at your products as well, you can use the organic and the page insights to inform any marketing decisions. So one of the customers we've worked with in the past discovered a new bestseller through their store page optimizations. And we took that and then we put it on eBay. We created a campaign for them on eBay, and it's actually now their best performing line on that marketplace. So lots of different things you can take from that Amazon store to use in other places to make it a really valuable source of data. And it's really important to make sure you've included a mix of images and text on your storefront to help improve your SEO on search engines like Google, for example. But the foundation of this, just like on your website, is really strong metadata for each store page. And I think that's something that people don't necessarily think about all the time, or just something that can get missed when building that Amazon store page. So you can see here, generally the page that you would land on from organic search would be the home page, but you can see that they've got other top pages there, which are supported through sponsored brand traffic, like the Biltong Bites and the Sliced Biltong. But you can still see that the top sources within this, on the bottom picture, is actually organic traffic. So it's showing a really high value and low cost way to improve your sales and performance on Amazon. So this is just like a 3-step process that we use in order to inform marketing decisions and build performance on Amazon. So I'm sure you're kind of aware of the naming conventions, especially if you're on the last webinar. We use audit, activate, and accelerate as our 3-step process. Within audit, it's all about understanding any current gaps and opportunities. We look at 5 key areas of Amazon. So above the fold on your product detail page, which is anything before you start scrolling down, below the fold, which is the bottom of the page on Amazon. So that's like your A+ content and your brand story. We also look at review insights and how we can use those to improve A+ content, store pages, and advertising presence. And what we can gain from that is a really clear set of actionable insights to build on any of your current strengths, but also to create new opportunities for you on that marketplace. And then following on from that, using the next step is activate. So we weigh up the importance of each opportunity against your business's KPIs to refine and solidify the foundations of your marketplace presence. So, every brand, every seller is going to be different on Amazon. Some of you are going to be wanting to focus on visibility, whereas others are going to be focusing on conversions and efficiency of the advertising or the sales. And it just depends where you are in that journey as to what the most important KPI for you is, or even each specific product. So if you're launching a new range or a new product, you're going to be more interested in awareness and impressions than you are for conversions and sales at that particular stage anyway. Obviously, everyone's after the conversions at the end of the day. That's why we're all here. And then the next step, accelerate, is just building on that strong foundation. So you've got everything set up with the first two steps with the audit and activate. And then for accelerate, you take that foundation and really optimize the impression share. That's going to improve your customers' brand experience on the platform, but also improve your share of voice in search as well. So everything that we talk about in these webinars has benefits both organically and through the advertising as well.
In this slide, we're just going to cover some quick wins to help you stand out from your competition on Amazon. We appreciate it is tempting to not always follow Amazon policy, but it is important to make sure you are always compliant so that you don't get any issues with your account. We have a list to win policy, which is a proven success. One thing that we will add, obviously, we have seen firsthand sometimes when people have tried to skip over and it's been fine at the time, but then Amazon caught on a few months later and it just really hindered the success that they had. And we just don't want to see any brand have to go through that. So if you do everything right from the beginning, obviously you'll be put yourself in a better position for that long-term success. Some of the points that we picked out in terms of what we think can really help put you in the best position is pricing. Amazon is a very competitive marketplace, but in order to stay on top, it's all about providing the best quality products at the most reasonable price. If you want the price higher than the market average, then you need to make sure that you've got good quality reviews, making sure you're providing the best customer experience. Again, this kind of goes back to like the first webinar that we did, where we kind of discussed about the advantages of using A plus, as you know, it can be a really persuasive way to build relationships with your customer and lead to more conversions. Making sure you're above the fold is correct. Making sure you've got great, creative imagery, making sure you've got, unique selling points on your bullet points, and, putting yourself in a position that if you are a higher quality product, you can get that across through your messaging on your listings and, as well as like on your store and so on. So it's all about making sure that you build your brand, and pairing the first webinar with today's webinar should help put you in that position. And then next up is about taking advantage of the promotions that's available on Amazon. It's a fantastic way to help increase your visibility and push for conversions. Not only will this improve your offering in search, it'll also increase the likelihood of repeat purchases and will help build that customer loyalty. Some of these offers are also can be seen in your sponsored display ads, tiles, and on your store page. And then finally, we have sponsored ads. And although it's so all about building a complete funnel strategy with your advertising. So by introducing sponsored brand and display ads alongside your business as usual sponsored product campaigns will put your brand in the best possible position to succeed and make sure your products are showing to customers where they are looking for you. And again, like before, we pulled some more statistics from Amazon, which states that brands who have 3 or more bullet points on their product listing and who utilize sponsored product campaigns saw a 55% increase in impressions. And brands that had A plus content paired with sponsored product campaigns saw a 93% uplift in their unit sales.
Fantastic.
And we also wanted to mention about key shopping events, and we just wanted to, kind of reinforce the fact of, have you been thinking about them? Do you prepare for them? For example, Prime Day, I think, is just under 3 weeks away now, as it's been officially confirmed. It's on the 11th and 12th of July, which is very exciting. But also, it's something to start thinking about now if you haven't. And this is why we've just kind of outlined our process on how we think is the best possible way to prepare for it. So in the beginning stages, we do think, look at your listings, give them a good quality check, look at the above the fold, look at the images, is the information correct? Look at reviews. Is there any purchase blockers that you can, try and adjust your listings to make sure that you're not going to come across this during your promotion that might put people off? Look at your stock levels to make sure that you have enough during the promotional period. If your sales do rocket, you want to be able to be prepared for that. And obviously, it's all about keep building up that brand presence by utilizing this sponsored product and brand campaigns pre the event and obviously throughout and post. And then during the launch phase, it's all about making sure that the promotion's been set up correctly, check the discount values, the time frame. Sorry, my computer just paused for a second. And the messaging. Also look to try and schedule the promotion ahead of time, as sometimes it can take around 3 to 4 hours to go live across the platform.
Yeah, sorry, just something on that. It is last year when we were helping out a customer launch some vouchers for the Prime campaigns. I think because of the amount of activity on the site, it actually took a couple of days for it to go live. So it's really important to make sure you're scheduling and thinking ahead, so you're not caught in any web traffic or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when it comes to especially key events like global events and where other sellers, well, it's not unique to you, I think that extra preparation is key. Especially like you said, it's especially with Prime or Black Friday is going to be like a lot more, people getting on trying to schedule promotions. So as much as advanced planning you can do will definitely put you in the better position, and obviously make sure that you're ready to go live and not trying to fix issues after the event has happened. Also, if you do have a storefront, make sure to try and include the promotional products either on the home page, or you can create a landing page. I think this is a great way to obviously give them your products more visibility. It also kind of really push the promotions that you've got advertising, and hopefully will increase the click-through rate through your store as well. And then you can pair it with some sponsored brand ads to really drive that traffic up during that promotional period. And then after the event, we also recommend that you review your performance, see if there was an uplift in impression and conversions, look at what your KPI was worth for that event. Did you achieve these goals? Look at maybe why not. You can look into, is there a problem with the listings that maybe you didn't see at the beginning? And it's just really good. It's just going to give you that data so that you can, again, keep planning, make them changes if need be, and look at what has gone right, to be honest, like seeing how things have worked. And then obviously you can replicate that for future events. You can do that for, personalized sale events that you want to run, whether that's a summer sale. It just gives you all that data in order to make really informed decisions. We also kind of advise that about running promotions before and after key events, as it can help capture that early bird traffic, and it also the indecisive shoppers, because obviously there is a lot of people out there that afterwards kind of get that, oh no, is it FOMO approach, that fear that they've missed out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like capturing that, and I think when these shoppers kind of see that there's another opportunity to get it at a reduced price, I think they'll just snap it up. And I think it's just a great way to kind of boost sales even after the event. And it's definitely worth capture if you can try and push as well. And obviously there will be less competition trying to fight for that spot as well during that time. And again, I kind of just reinstating what we've said all along, it's all just about planning ahead. You can use promotional calendars. This is a great way to kind of outline all the upcoming events that you are going to push your products in. Obviously, you've got the events that everyone's trying to get involved in, whether that's Prime Day, again, 11th and 12th of July, very soon, is something, if you're not getting prepared now, you need to. As this does really provide a great opportunity to increase your visibility on the platform. November, Black Friday, January, New Year sale, and then again, personalized cross promotions for you and your business that you're working on. It's just all about seeing what's working and obviously keep doing it for the events. And if you can see a schedule, you can see, and given that data that we mentioned before about the post-event review, and then when you're doing your outline of what's coming up, you can look at how things performed previously and then make adjustments. It's just really going to put you in a position of being able to be prepared, have the stock ready, have the discount ready, and really know the best approach that works for you.
Absolutely. And once you get that data, you've really, again, all about building that strong foundation, just gives you more things to build on and grow. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining the Activate Amazon Grow Your Store and Market Presence webinar. We really hope that you've enjoyed the session. Feel free to get any questions while I do the last few slides before the free advertising audit below. So the invitation to join the next webinar, which will be part 3 Accelerate, will be sent to you in the coming weeks. If you want an advertising audit, please contact hayley.barnes@cloudcommercegroup.com. We'll be using a random number generator at the end of this webinar to pick the 3 free advertising audits as well. There'll be a couple of emails going into chat for you to copy and paste just to be able to contact our sales team. And just to recap, the first webinar we did was on the audit section, where we were looking at how you can take a step back and really objectively review your marketplace presence, along with understanding any gaps in your offering. So we looked at what areas to look for on your product detail page and your store, how you can use negative reviews for better A+ content, and then what to prioritize. And then for the next one, we're going to be, now that you've got that solid foundation, how can you build on that and to reach the next level? So a few things we'll be looking at as part of that, as how to answer that question, is optimizing your advertising campaigns, brand ads and why it's important, display ads and where you can be seen, video ads and how this can help you grow your brand, and CSP commerce results. So we're going to have a look at what we've achieved over the last year for brand ads, display ads and video ads, and put that together for you. Display ads are particularly interesting out of these campaign types just because they can be seen both on and off of Amazon, and they also have a retargeting option as well, which is really great for conversion rates. So again, just to say it again, just pop any questions in the chat. I've got 2 more slides to go through before we do the random number generator for the free ad audit. So just bear with me now, and we'll get through them. So this is a service overview. This is everything that we can support you with. So we have a marketplace audit and performance review, which is that 52-point checklist. We do product listing, well, we support with product listing and optimization as well. So any best practices, along with anything we found as part of the audit, we can help you with that. Sponsored advertising, so creation and ongoing management of sponsored product, brand display and video campaigns, get you in that placement, work with you for your KPIs. We do this in multiple territories and also on Vendor and Seller Central. Amazon DSP, which is Amazon's programmatic ad buying option. Store pages, we've been over that a little bit today, but also how to build out a dynamic and engaging store page. There's a few different things that we can help with there, both in terms of concept, navigation, additional pages, holiday and shopping events, lots of fun stuff there. It's really creative. And then the brand and enhanced content, which is the A+ content, and the brand story, which happens in the below the fold on Amazon on your product detail page, really helps with questions that customers might have, any blockers to purchase, and just helps improve the conversion rate by addressing those. And now I'm just going to stop the screen share now, and we're going to go off to it's just going to be Google's random number generator. So what we'll do is we'll take the total of people that are still in the webinar. We'll just do a min and max, so from 1 to the total number, and then we'll do the random number generator 3 times, and we'll contact you to get that free ad audit. So thank you very much, guys.